I think the first thing I might do is just put a bit of detune on with the chaos. Set it to 1. Come in, set it to bipolar, and I'll put it on the master tune. Turn the output down a bit. I'm going to add some space to this straight away. Just a little bit. Let's put some reverb on it. Turn the spin and the depth down. And the low cut up a bit. A little bit less maybe. There we go. Now I want to add some noise to this too. Try these ones. Maybe we'll do a phaser. I'm going to keep it on off. Keep it bipolar and just make it really slow. I might bring the mix down so it's not as aggressive. Send the noise through there too. Not so extreme. I'm going to drive a little bit. And I might just put a compressor on here before it hits the dimension and just squash it a little bit. Turn it up a little bit here. There we go. That sounds pretty nice. Save that. I might actually bring in the second filter and do the same thing. Let me put this first filter to a macro here, 50%. Filter 1. Now the second filter, I might try doing the same thing. Do I put it before the compressor? Yeah, before the compressor. I'll send it to a macro as well. And I'll use this to blend in the same sort of thing and see if we can just get a bit more of a filter sweep going. Let's do a flanger one this time. I'll copy the LFO over here to number 2 because I'm not 100% sure if I want to change it or not. What if I put this on a little bit of the panning too? Gotta bring the filter up first. Maybe if we make it a bit slower. Try a different one. That's not bad. It gets a little bit distorted down near the low end. Let's try it up here. Maybe I'll do it 8 bars. Yeah, just some subtle movement, and I'll just bring the mix down. Actually, I might leave this space off because I'm gonna resample it and bring it back into the noise oscillator. So I think I might want to keep it a little bit more dry. So my idea for this video is to take this preset we just made and just play the note C and then just duplicate that across a bunch of times. And then my idea is to resample that and bring it back into the noise oscillator, which I've done before, but what I want to try doing now, which is a little bit different, is I actually want to add a second layer in and just have it play like subtle, sort of pluck, more of a pluck patch, and just play some subtle notes. Still on C, everything will play C because I'm going to resample it and then bring it back and play chords. So I might try and find a pluck that can sit in under this one. Dreamer, let's try this. Bring it down a bit. Let's try a different patch. Now I'm going to create an audio track, set it to record the input of this group here, melody. Hit record. And what I want to do now is put on some Portal. Find a random preset, doesn't really matter. This one will do to start off with. Set this to lock parameter value. Now I'm just going to hit record. I'm going to resample it and I'm just going to start tweaking some of the knobs in Portal and just create a really long pass. And then after that, I'm going to chop up the audio, bring it back into the noise oscillator in Serum and see if I can make a cool pad out of it. Alright, I think there's enough to choose from there. Just going to duplicate out a bunch of tracks where I can paste all these little chops that I make. Okay, now I'm just going to go through and just render all these individual chops out and save them to my noise folder in Serum. Okay, so now I'm going to open up Serum. I'm going to go into, turn this oscillator off, go into the noise, come down to user. These are all my sound sources. The cherries. So you can see here I've got 10 little chops here to choose from. So I'm just going to go through now, turn pitch tracking on. I'm just going to listen to each one, and if I like it, I think I can turn into a pad, then I'll just save it off and keep it in there. What I normally do is put a little bit of compression on it. Quite a little bit of compression actually, just to try and get it to catch some of the dynamic changes that happen when you sample it with Portal. So this is the first one. Might actually turn this up 1 octave. Bring the level up a bit. Smash the compressor a bit harder. Might bring the release up too, so when I lift up, continues to play. That's not bad. There is quite a little bit of high pitch frequencies here with that noise. And because it's the way I sampled it in, I might just include this filter here. It's just a low pass. Set it to the noise. And I might assign that to the cutoff. All right, let's try the next one here. Cherry 2. Listen to that, that's crazy. I like the pluck that we added. Gives it a nice little texture in the tail of the sound. Ooh! Okay, next one. Ooh. That's nice. It's got like an extra layer of harmony in there. Ooh, listen to that. Right, so I'll pull up the first patch that I made, the initial one, and then I'll give you a play through all these ones, show you what I come up with. So this is Cherry. Not bad, not bad. Better. That's wild. That's crazy too. That one's got a bit less like that ARP sort of pluck effect going on. That one's not bad. That one's cool. More of a stutter. Next one. Same sort of thing. And the last one, this one's my favorite. Ooh. Ooh, listen to that. That's beautiful. Let's bring some drums in. Let me try, this one's wild. Let me try to bring this one in, and I have to mute these percussions. I'll try and lay down a bit more of a beat now and bring the pad in. So I might start with a bass line. Doesn't really matter. Just choose a random one. Is this on mono? No. Mono. Let's put a bit of portamento on there. Alright, let's try and put in some pads now. I'm just going to copy these exact same bass notes and try and build the chords on them. Bring it all up, but put some side tone. I might try and layer in a few accents on these chords with a different one of the pad patches, and we'll just take them up an octave. Alright, so I'm find a better pad for this little bit here. Let's go back to the start. Ooh. Right, this bit, let's try and put a different pad for these chords. And I might just put a little bit of OTT on here as well. What about a little bit of OTT on this main pad as well? Yeah, that sits better. Might just change this kick out. One last thing I want to try. Let's put some sort of little vocal phrase here. Just bring this respace here a little bit more narrow as it comes towards the drop. Okay. This one took a little bit of work. Spent a little bit of time just tightening things up and trying to get everything to fit, but I think I'm happy with where it's sitting at the moment. I'll give you a listen to the pads. So what do we, I think of the 9 pads that I made, or 8, I use 1, 2, 49, 47, 49 again, 45, and 43. So what's that? 4 different pads that we used. And that pretty much made up the whole melody apart from this vocal at the start. So I'll give you a listen through each one at a time. That's that main one that I liked, and here's a little top line. Both of them together. And then I added this little bit in here just to fill it out a little bit more. You can hear that pluck sound really come through in this. If I play it all together. And then I got this little kind of pad feel here coming into the B section. And then I just drop it into another pad just for something different for this next section. And then with all the pads, you can hear this little transition here. Not bad, mate. All right. Well, that'll do it for this video. I'll keep that open like that. I'll give it a little playthrough at the end so you can hear what it sounds like in the mix, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.